Hello friends, welcome back to my lecture on first part of Python fundamentals. Today I am going to discuss about Python's basics like character set, tokens and all. You must have heard of IPO cycle, that is input, process and output. In our daily lives, nearly all daily life and computer actions are governed by IPO cycle. If we consider the example of making tea, as an input first, an electric kettle is filled with water. The kettle is plugged into the electrical socket. The on switch is pressed. Then as a part of process, tea bags are placed in the teapot. The water in the kettle boils and the boiling water is poured into the teapot. And finally, as an output, we get the tea. And then tea is poured into a teacup, milk is added and the tea is served. Do you know that the programs also makes the IPO cycle happen? Wherever you want to transform any kind of input to a certain kind of output, you need to have a program. Like we can give the example of sum of two integer numbers. As we can see here that we assign values to two variables, x equal 10, y equal 30. Then as a process, we get x plus y and we store it in the variable sum and we get the output by adding x and y 40. Now, we need to know what is a program. A computer program is a collection of instructions that can be executed by a computer to perform a specific task. A program forms the base for processing. A computer program is usually written by a computer programmer in a programming language. In this video, I will be talking about all basic elements of Python programming language. First of all, we need to know about the character set of Python. Character set is a set of valid characters that a language can recognize. A character represents any letter, digit or any other special symbol. Python has the following character sets. We have in alphabets all capital letters from A to Z and small letters from A to Z. In digits we have all digits from 0 to 9. In special symbols we have all kind of special symbols like @ dollar, hashtag and all. Also we have white spaces like blank space, tab space, new line, carriage return, form fit. Then we have other characters also. All ASCII and Unicode characters are supported by Python that constitutes the Python character set. Now what is ASCII? The acronym for ASCII is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It's a code for representing 128 English characters as numbers with each letter assigned a number from 0 to 127. The latest version of Python recognizes the Unicode character set. The ASCII character set is a subset of the Unicode character set. Now what is Unicode? It's universal code. Today's programs need to be able to handle a wide variety of characters. For different applications, we may need to display messages and output in a variety of user selectable languages. The same program might need to output an error message in English, Chinese, Japanese, French, Russian and so on. Unicode is a universal character encoding standard. Defines the way individual characters are represented in text files, web pages and other types of documents. Now the next element of Python is a tokens. Smallest individual unit in a program is known as token or lexical units. In a passage of text, individual words and punctuation marks are called tokens or lexical units. Similarly, in a programming language, a single element of a programming language is called a token. Python has these 5 types of tokens. What are those? They are keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, and punctuators. Now we will learn about keywords. A keyword is a word having special meaning reserved by Python programming language. Every programming language has special reserved words or keywords. Python, of course, is no different. It is used to give special meaning to the interpreter and are used by Python interpreter to recognize the structure of the program. These are reserved for special purpose and must not be used as normal identifier names. Here we can see some of the examples of keywords like false, break, class, continue, and so on. Python keywords are the fundamental building blocks of any Python program. You don't need to memorize the keywords at this stage. With the progress of Python programming language, you will come across all these keywords. Next token is identifiers. Identifiers are the names used to identify different parts of program elements like variable, function, list, tuple, dictionaries, objects, functions, and so on. In Python, identifiers consist of letters and digits in any order except that the first character must be a letter or the underscore. Identifiers are unlimited in length. Python is a case-sensitive language. So, we can see as an example the name identifier, which we can see here having the first letter in capital, and the name identifier, all the characters in lowercase are different. All characters are significant. Now let us see the rules for naming an identifier. It consists of letters and digits in any order except that the first character must start with a letter, capital A to Z, or small letter A to Z, or an underscore followed by 0 or more letters, underscores, and digits 0 to 9. Special characters such as @ hashtag, dollar, etc. are not allowed except underscore. Blank spaces are not allowed. An identifier must not be a keyword of Python. Meaningful names should be given for an identifier which easily depict the logic. Now we will see some of the valid and invalid identifiers. First, let us talk about the valid identifiers. As you can see on the left hand side, the list of valid identifiers. Roll number, then again roll number, first letter is capital, underscore ID, underscore 4, underscore desig, underscore 3 marks, num1. These are all valid ones. You can see there are 7 examples given over here. Now, invalid identifiers. The first one, roll space number. As we know that Python does not allow space in the name of the identifier. Then 2, num. The identifier cannot start with a number. $AB14. Dollar is a special symbol that cannot be allowed in the name of the identifier. Similarly, x@y is a special symbol that cannot be allowed. True is a keyword in Python, so which cannot be accepted as a valid identifier. EMP -ID hyphen, again it's a special character which cannot be allowed. If is a keyword in Python, again it is an invalid identifier. Now let us test your knowledge. Identify valid and invalid identifiers. I'll be displaying here some of the identifiers. You'll have to identify which are valid and invalid. You can see on the left hand side of the screen one vertical bar, that is the timer provided here. Once I'll display you the list of identifiers, then your timer will start and you'll have to write the answer in 30 seconds. So best of luck. These are the identifiers given to you. So your time starts now. Once the timer is over, you can hear a bell. I hope you are able to write the correct answers. Yeah, here goes the bell. Let us see the correct answers. Yes, these are the valid and invalid identifiers. Okay. Now the next token is punctuators. Punctuators are symbols that are used to implement the grammatical and program structure of a syntax in a programming language. What is a syntax? It refers to the rules that define the structure of a language. Syntax in computer programming means the rules that control the structure of the symbols, punctuation, etc. of a programming language. Let us see the most common punctuations in Python. So in this video we have learned in tokens, keywords, identifiers and punctuators. In my next video I'll explain about other two types of tokens, that is literals and operators. Bye till then, we'll catch you all with my next video soon. Hope it was helpful and thanks for watching. Yes, don't forget to subscribe my channel Amrita's World. Turn on the bell icon and please do like my channel. Thank you.